for the latest sports and showbiz news, we're joined by the wonderful Hayley Palmer and Chris Scudder there. So, Hayley, let's start with a bit of showbiz.
There's only one story in town, isn't there, in the showbiz world, Hayley? Philip Schofield.
Well, yes, this is true. This is true. I know you've been talking about it this morning. I actually did my work placement at this morning, and Loose Women, and I did actually sit and watch, and you know, they were very professional. I have to say, well, this is going back about sort of 5 years now, but I have been reading statements this morning. I know ITV's...
So did you not see anything? Did you not see the boyfriend? Did you not?
No, I didn't see anything. No, I have to say, it was all very professional when I was there. So.
And nobody was talking about anything?
No, they weren't, but, you know, I was a work experience girl. Maybe, you know, I wasn't in that...
You might have been offered a date by somebody, because...
No, I certainly wasn't, but it was going back some time now. But yeah, I mean, ITV have said the relationships we have with those work are based on trust. Philip made assurances to us, which he now acknowledges were untrue, and we feel badly let down. And I know all eyes are on Holly now, aren't they?
Is the show over? Sort of a quick answer, is the show over?
I would think so, yes. Do you think that?
I mean, I think that I can't see the chief executive of ITV surviving. That's my view. But lots of our viewers, interestingly, have been saying, well, hold on a minute, you know, from what's on the public domain, Philip Schofield is, you know, it was I was young, but he was an adult. He's done nothing illegal. You know, relationships between older people and younger people happen all the time.
And affairs happen all the time.
And you know, husbands who do that and don't always come out openly when they're married and all the rest of it. Why particularly pick on him? I mean, lots of viewers have been...
And there's other people saying, why are you giving so much news coverage to this chap, that relationship and that programme? So there's lots of different views coming in. They're not all against it. They're not all hostile to Philip Schofield. So I think that's interesting.
Yeah, and I want to talk about Tina Turner, because I was so upset to hear this news. I know, Esther, we went to see the show, didn't we?
We did. I love Tina Turner. You love Tina Turner. So
my mum loves Tina Turner. Who will be simply the best?
And you know, Hayley, look at those colours she's wearing today. Sky blue and white. Don't think she's a Man City fan.
Must be Coventry.
It must be Coventry. Is that an omen today for the big playoff? The richest game in world football, in terms of, you know, whoever goes up gets roughly minimum roughly 170 million quid. And when you're a club the size of Luton or Coventry, that is an absolute fortune. But the trouble is, you know, whoever goes up, you suddenly get circled by all the sharks who feed on the Premier League, all the agents and all the players who demand more money. So it's a kind of poison chalice, if you like. And, you know, you're from the northwest. Everton could be dropping down the plug hole tomorrow. You know, if they don't beat Bournemouth, I think they probably will.
You said this actually a little while ago. You said Everton's had a few bad seasons. They've been close to relegation a few times. I want them to stay up, by the way. I want them to stay up. But it is a dangerous
and you're a Liverpool fan, aren't you?
I'm a Liverpool fan, but I still want Everton to stay up.
But, you know, I mean, listen, Everton have lost the financial fair play rules. They've broken the rules by miles. Over 3 years, losses of 371 million quid. That's astounding. That's all to come down. If they get relegated tomorrow, and there's talk of a takeover, I don't know where it leaves the club, because those who might invest might well pull out. So, I mean, the pressure on them tomorrow is going to be immense. They've got to win their last game pretty much, or else they risk Leicester and Leeds.
And to be fair, they've been quite good when they've been under pressure. They've won games I wasn't expecting them to win.
Their home form has been terrible, but I mean, it's happened to them 3 times in the last 3 decades, and they've always survived by the skin of their teeth. But they're playing a team tomorrow in Bournemouth who, you know, people, they'll beat them. But I think that will work against them. I really do. I think it's going to be a really tense day, and, you know, anything could happen, frankly.
So go on, tell us about as well, now that we know the colours you're on, and that could be an omen for the football, for Coventry. Tell us about Tina Turner.
Yeah, well, I mean, I actually interviewed the girl that played Tina Turner in the West End at the time. She's called Chanel Haynes. And I found it really interesting interviewing her, because she always knew that she wanted to play that role, and she manifested that role, and she actually wrote to them and said, I am your next Tina Turner. It was just incredible to sit there with her and hear it all. But, you know, Tina Turner, she sold over 100 million records, hit after hit, 12 Grammy Awards, 3 decades of sellout tours, and she's an absolute icon. I was honestly really, really gutted to hear the news. And,
Well,
you know,
this, I think, is a fabulous picture, and it is Mrs. T with Mrs. T, as they put it. They were together at a set of awards. Both of them were awarded, and I have to say, Tina Turner's words are fantastic. She said how honoured she was to be in such great company as they were both honoured. But I just thought that was,
It was
a
the second
fabulous
coming,
photo.
though, wasn't it? That was the second coming in the sort of the 80s.
In the 80s.
I used to like, I remember Ike and Tina Turner, Nutbush City Limits.
Yeah.
Well, I loved that as a kid, her career was very split, wasn't it?
But the fact that I think for women as well, she's such a role model. It was because
she really is.
she
What
got
went through with Esther,
over. Yeah, so what she went
relatable
through.
to a lot of women, and what she went through in her life with her sons as well. She had 4 sons. She's lost 2 of them. I was reporting on that before. It's absolutely devastating. And I think that's why it hit us so hard.
And Chris, finally, other sport that's going on. There's the rugby final between Saracens and Sale today.
Yeah,
There's the Monaco Grand Prix.
Yeah, it all comes down to finances. Club rugby, we all love international rugby, but club rugby, I mean, it's been a terrible year. It's the final today, Sale against Saracens, 2 fairly healthy clubs. But this season, they've lost 2 clubs. Worcester, the Wasps dropping out. London Irish are going to follow quite possibly as well. It's all about finance, and club rugby's in a real mess in the Premiership. And you can relate that to the football clubs who are struggling as well. So football and sport and finance, it's big business. If you get it wrong off the field.
Sale fan.
Are you? They're going to win. They're going to win today.
Oh, I haven't got
George
inside
Ford.
information, but let's hope so.
I think Saracens will win personally, but.
Well, look, Chris, that's fabulous, and hopefully have you back. Hayley, fantastic. See you again soon. But